Hey everyone, ever heard stuff like this? Once you start blood pressure meds, you're stuck on them forever. They actually make your blood vessels weaker. The side effects are even scarier than the disease. If you've got high blood pressure, or you're just worried about it, hearing stuff like this might make you hesitate, or even get freaked out about taking meds. So what's the real truth behind all these stories? High blood pressure is often called the silent killer because it hardly has any symptoms. It quietly damages your blood vessels, and then out of nowhere, it can lead to serious problems like stroke, heart attack, heart failure, or kidney failure. Basically, life-threatening complications. Here's the scary part. In the US, nearly 1 in 4 young adults between 18 and 39 already have high blood pressure. But here's the kicker. Only about 28% of them even know it. Too many young folks get complacent and miss the window for early treatment. In this video, we're going to clear up 8 common myths about blood pressure meds using solid evidence from groups like the American Heart Association and the CDC. Hopefully, this makes managing your blood pressure way easier. Myth number 1. Once you start blood pressure meds, you'll be on them forever. A lot of people feel stressed out and don't even want to take them because of this idea. But the truth is, it's only half right. High blood pressure isn't like catching a cold where you just get over it. It's a chronic condition, a lot more like diabetes, something you have to manage for life. Most of the time, if you stop your meds, your blood pressure will shoot right back up. So staying on them long term is usually the safest move. But that doesn't mean it's the same for everyone. If you manage to lose like 10 pounds or more, exercise regularly, and keep up healthy habits like cutting back on salt, and your blood pressure gets back to normal, your doctor might let you lower your dose or even stop the meds completely. The American Heart Association makes it clear. Lifestyle changes are a huge part of managing high blood pressure. So blood pressure meds don't mean you're stuck forever. They're a tool that can help you take control and live healthier. Myth number 2, blood pressure meds make your blood vessels weaker. This is one of the most common, and honestly, one of the most dangerous myths out there. The truth is, it's the complete opposite. High blood pressure constantly puts stress on your blood vessel walls, making them stiff and leading to atherosclerosis or hardening of the arteries, which really damages them. Blood pressure meds act like a shield, lowering that pressure and protecting your vessels from getting worse. Skip your meds and let your blood pressure run wild, and your vessels will keep hardening and narrowing until you end up with serious problems like stroke, heart attack, or angina. A big study in 2015 called the SPRINT trial showed that people who actively lowered their blood pressure cut their risk of dying from cardiovascular disease by about 25%. That study makes it clear, managing your blood pressure can literally save your life. So it's not about trying to tough it out without meds. It's about being smart and using them to protect your blood vessels. Myth number 3, blood pressure meds come with bad side effects. A lot of people hesitate to take their meds because they're worried about side effects. It's true, depending on the person and the type of drug, you could get things like swollen ankles, a dry cough, or dizziness. But here's the key. Most of these side effects can be fixed really easily, just by switching your medication or adjusting the dose. There are tons of different blood pressure meds out there. Diuretics, calcium channel blockers, angiotensin receptor blockers, you name it. So doctors can find the one that works best for you. The American Heart Association also says that if you do get side effects, talk to your doctor, because most of the time they can be managed. If you just stop taking your meds on your own, your blood pressure can spike fast and put you in way more danger. That's why it's super important to check in with your doctor and get the right prescription for you. Side effects can be managed. They're not a reason to quit your treatment. Myth number 4, you can only take your blood pressure meds in the morning. A lot of people assume mornings are the best time. The truth is, most blood pressure meds last about 24 hours, so the real key is just taking them at the same time every single day. But here's the thing. For some people, especially those with nocturnal hypertension, when your blood pressure doesn't drop at night, taking your meds before bed can actually help more in preventing heart problems. Bottom line, be consistent. Morning or night doesn't matter, just pick a time and stick with it. And if you ever forget a dose, never double up the next time. Just skip it and take your next pill at the regular time. Myth number 5. If you're thin, you can't get high blood pressure. When you think of high blood pressure, you probably picture someone heavier, right? But being thin doesn't mean you're safe. High blood pressure isn't just about weight. It can be set off by things like eating too much salt or processed food, smoking, not getting enough exercise, or just dealing with way too much stress. And for young people today, with modern diets, crazy schedules, and nonstop work stress, it's actually pretty common to have high blood pressure even if you're at a normal weight. So don't think being thin gives you a free pass. It's still super important to check your blood pressure regularly and stick with healthy habits. Myth number 6, blood pressure meds wreck your kidneys. This is a really common myth, but the truth is the exact opposite. If you don't manage your blood pressure, that constant high pressure can damage the glomeruli, those tiny clusters of blood vessels that act as your kidney's main filters. Over time, your kidney function can drop fast, and eventually you could even end up needing dialysis. Blood pressure meds actually play a really important role in protecting your kidneys by preventing that damage. For people with both high blood pressure and kidney problems, keeping blood pressure under control with medication is key to saving kidney function. In fact, more than 30% of people on dialysis today are there because their high blood pressure wasn't managed in time. So blood pressure meds aren't your kidney's enemy. They're more like a lifesaver, protecting them from the damage high blood pressure can cause. Yes, in rare cases, certain meds can affect your kidneys, but doctors check for that ahead of time and keep monitoring your kidney function. So you don't really need to stress about it. What matters most is working with your doctor and getting the right treatment, not quitting your meds on your own. Myth number 7, blood pressure meds mess with your sex life. A lot of guys avoid their meds because of this fear. And yeah, it's true. Some older blood pressure drugs have been linked to bedroom problems. But here's the kicker. Most of the time, it's not the meds. It's the high blood pressure itself. When it's not treated, it damages the blood vessels that supply your penis, which can lead to ED, erectile dysfunction. So the best way to protect your sex life and your blood vessels is to keep your blood pressure under control. And if you do notice changes after starting meds, just talk to your doctor. Most of the time, switching meds or adjusting the dose fixes it completely. Myth number 8, if you've got a headache or feel dizzy, it must mean your blood pressure's high. We've all heard this one, maybe even seen it in movies where someone clutches their head and collapses. But here's the truth. Most people with high blood pressure don't feel anything at all. Headaches, dizziness, or a stiff neck are usually caused by things like stress, muscle tension, or poor posture, not high blood pressure. Unless you're in a rare, extreme emergency, high BP almost never causes symptoms. The only way to know your numbers for sure is by actually checking them with a blood pressure monitor, not guessing based on how you feel. Let's wrap this up with a quick summary of the myths and truths about blood pressure medication. First, you don't necessarily have to take BP meds for life. If your condition improves, you might reduce or even stop. Second, taking them long-term is not harmful or addictive. Third, don't be fooled by the lack of symptoms. Hypertension is called the silent killer for a reason. And fourth, meds alone are not enough. They work best when paired with healthy lifestyle habits. So think of your medication as a powerful shield, and your lifestyle as the force that makes that shield even stronger. The World Health Organization and experts around the world recommend adding these 5 habits. First, move more. About 30 minutes of cardio, at least 5 days a week. Second, cut the salt, under 5 grams a day, plus potassium-rich fruits and veggies. Third, quit smoking. It directly damages your blood vessels. Fourth, go easy on alcohol. And fifth, watch your weight. Even losing just 10 pounds can lower your numbers. Put all this together, and your blood pressure becomes much easier to manage, while your risk of complications drops dramatically. I hope this video cleared up myths about blood pressure medicine. They're not just pills. They protect arteries and prevent complications. Remember, this is general info. Medication choices should be made with your doctor. Before we end, a few quick myths. Coffee doesn't permanently raise blood pressure. Supplements can't replace your meds. And high blood pressure isn't just for older people. Young adults get it too. Here's to your health. We're rooting for you.